Hi YouTube, and welcome to my channel. And this is actually my first video on this channel, and I'm super excited. And I'm excited for a lot of reasons. So one, today is October 1st, and I love beginnings, and I love beginnings of the month because it's just like a new start, a new chance to get everything started up, restarted, thought about, like all of that good stuff. So I'm super excited. Plus, it's the start of a new season. Fall is here. It's just a lot of good things that is here now. So I wanted to do a sit down and a little chit chat about my October monthly goals. So, and the reason why I'm sort of labeling it a Christian mom goals is because when I used to do goals previously, I've always been a Christian. But when I did goals in the past, it wasn't really geared toward me being a Christian or anything. And if I'm being honest about it, just a conversation with God about it, none of that ever happened. It was pretty much just my own goals, my own plan, my own way of doing things. And I never really invited God into the process of what my hopes, my intentions. And and I'm trying to change my language and terms. And I know typically I always say goals. And even the start of this year was the whole premise for this year and my focus is to be more intentional. So I'm trying to change the way that I speak as well. So instead of saying goals now, I've been trying to say intentions because goals are there, but I need to be a lot more intentional with everything that I'm doing. And that is where the problem lies, aside from just inviting God in and talking with Him about my process and plans. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, a little background on me creating goals. I would do it every month, and I think the first problem that I was doing, which was the reason I wasn't accomplishing anything, is because I had way too many. I had way too many goals. I had like 50 different areas. Obviously, I'm over exaggerating, but not really. Like I had so many different areas that I wanted to do. And I had like within those like areas, I had like 3 or 4 things tied to them. And it was just, at first it was like, yes, it was motivation. As time went on, it was kind of like just a routine type situation. And it was like, oh, this is what you do at the beginning of the month. And then everything just started slowly dwindling away after that. And it made me rethink in general, just what am I doing? Why am I doing it? What is my intention behind focusing on goals each month? And I decided to start it back now. It's been quite a while since I've done monthly goals. So this time I'm doing it a little bit more differently. First and foremost, is I am inviting God in the process. I am including Him in what I'm doing and not just trying to do everything on my own, which I think was the major issue with it. Me just carrying everything and trying to do everything on my own, and it sounds so simple, but I can't stress enough. I can't do anything without God, and the fact that I was trying to do these things month after month, and like even as the month was progressing, I still wasn't, when things weren't getting done, I still wasn't like, oh God, like help me or what's going on. I was still just doing everything me. So that was first and foremost. And I thought about this and talked with God before I even started the process of, okay, I want to do monthly goals or intentions again. So I only did, the second thing is I dwindled down the categories significantly. This time I only have 4 categories, and it's something that I'm also somewhat habit tracking in my bullet journal as well. So it coincides without being so heavy. So I'm gonna start off with my spiritual section, and this is something that was really important to me because I think before I was adding in things, when I did it in the past, I was adding in things, and it was still like, no, I'm not gonna say empty. Well, I guess you could say like empty promises to myself, empty goals. Because now that I look back on it, I never really had any intentions. And I'm looking around because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I never really had any intentions. Nothing then was intentional. It was just all on paper. It was more like a formality. And I guess I keep saying that to encourage you to just like challenge yourself and make sure the goals that you have, or the intentions that you have, are things that you truly are intentional about wanting to do, even in your thoughts. So my first one is spiritual, and it's to read the verse of the day daily. So on my Bible app that I have, they give you a verse every day, and that is a given. Like, it's not something that I have to search and feel like I have to reach through. In my opinion, I feel like starting off very small is super important for me being successful and even starting to create a habit. So when I think about trying to look through there, because at first I was like, oh, read a chapter in the Bible a day. And I'm like, girl, let's be real. Like, starting off small is best. And then slowly work my way up to where I want and need to be. So reading the verse of the day is something that I can get from my Bible app, and I can get it at any time because I always have my phone with me. The next one is spend 10 uninterrupted minutes with God a day. And sometimes even when I pray, I have to like bring myself back to focus because just random things will just start popping into my thoughts. So just setting aside that 10 minutes a day is going to be so crucial and important for me. And this one, I kind of upped the ante because at first, when I was first writing the goals down, I put only 5 minutes. And I was like, you can do 10, you can do 10. And that's where my challenge came in with my intention. So with that one, I am definitely challenging myself to be more intentional with my time as well. So I only added 2 in the section of spirituality. The next one is financial. And I only put 1, and that is being more intentional with my purchases. That is so important with me. I've noticed over the last 3 months, and I may even do like a separate video on it because I think it's so important. I noticed over the last 3 months that I have been emotional buying. Like, I just been on this whole emotional roller coaster, and not addressing my emotions or confronting them has caused me to just buy things. And some things that I bought I really needed, but I needed to set a schedule and time for it. I needed to budget for it, and that goes into just my me being intentional with my budget in general. And that's something I'm still working on. Something for a later video, but that is my intention for this month with my finances. Be more intentional with my purchases. The next one is work. My work area, the first one I put is print my weekly meeting notes. So I have 2 jobs technically. One that I work regularly, and my other job at a shelter that I work at is I'm a relief worker. So I don't work all the time. It's like every now and then, and according to what's going on in my life and my other job. So I have gotten super laxed with the fact that I'm not there all the time until I'm also unable to do the weekly meetings. So I don't print them out and I don't go. So since I'm not going, I still don't check until whenever it is I'm going on shift, and I'm sifting through like all of these notes and I'm feeling so unorganized and unprepared, and it's just weighing on me, and it's affecting how I service and how I want to service, and my potential in the way that I can service. So that is something that I really wanted to be on top of. It's always good to reach out for help if you need it, but I need to learn how to prepare myself first, and then if I need help, reach out. It was another hard moment for me to like ingest and get together. Like, you can do better, and not make excuses for myself. So that is one. And the last one is work extra hours. So because I have the relief in my other job, I want to, because I have plans for things that I want to do within the next 2 years that involves money, of course, and just as well as I'm trying to build my emergency fund saving. So I want to be able to get more extra hours. Right now, I'm part-time at my other job, but I always have both jobs. I always have the ability to get more hours. It's just always there. My other job is the hospital, so it's always there. So I need to be more intentional with the hours and looking at the schedule and the availability that I have and the need at both jobs, and see where I can fit in extra hours so that I'll be able to reach my financial goals and the things that I plan for. And the last section is personal. And the first one is just to read daily. I enjoy reading. I love reading. It really does something for me. And I kind of feel off of it for a while. And so I've been doing pretty good for like the last month. So I want to make sure I'm more intentional with that, to read every day. Even if it's not a whole chapter, even if I only have time for 3 or 5 pages, I want to be able to do that. And the last one is journaling. And not so much just journaling, but creative journaling. I've really gotten into creative journaling, and it's something that I enjoy doing. And I want to make sure that I'm doing what I enjoy doing more often than when I have been doing it. So that is my monthly goals. What are your monthly goals? I would be so interested in hearing like how you create your monthly goals or intentions. Have you fell off like I did in the past? Is this something that you are restarting? I know we are well into the year. We don't have that much longer to go. And at first I was saying, no, I'll just start this all in the new year. But I'm like, no, I can start this now and continue it. That is one of my major issues, is procrastinating and feel as if I have to wait on a certain time to do something. So let me know your goals. Definitely subscribe, comment, let me know any future videos that you guys want to see, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.